You see, I see penny Grania. Now was why they were granny be. You see, I send ye, my penny that I don't remember Mahama. Granny Dako MPP Marco Boy, man penny abediche. His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Baumi Alintino. You see, I had fans for no more and this morning. Tenti no pese omko ekoboa abi. Inkuti nse no muchemu.
That nothing untoward has happened in relation to Ghanaians. Even after this morning, our officers are calling around the country the leadership of Ghanaian community, asking for an update and urging them to encourage Ghanaians in the UK to try and be indoors by latest 7 p.m. and also to avoid areas where these protests are envisaged to be held later in the day, early this evening.
So obviously those who, for example, work at night will be affected by this. How serious is the situation? We've noticed that the Nigerian government has issued a travel advisory to their citizens. Are we going to do a similar thing?
Well, we may do that. As I said, we've spoken to the leadership of the Ghanaian community to communicate to the various membership. We may place it on our website. Travel advisory may be issued probably later in the day if we get more information and we think that Ghanaians should be careful. Don't forget that the nations that have issued travel advisories are nations with very predominantly Muslim population. And you know that some sites, particularly for Muslims, have been specially targeted.
So, for those who might be new to this whole phenomenon and what's going on in the United Kingdom, perhaps you can give us the official line. But precisely what is going on in the UK?
Well, I mean, now that, you know, the media is all over, yeah, well, I'm sure you may even have more information because of your immediate person. But some young people, children actually, were murdered by what we hear is a Rwandan citizen. And then through the social media, it was said that the person who committed the offense was an immigrant who came over by boat and is waiting for asylum. And you know, the far right, I believe, another extremist group, took advantage of it. And of course, the economy is not that great. And so you have people then targeting immigrants, particularly even asylum seekers who have been hosted in some hotels. They have tagged them, they have tagged neighborhoods where they believe asylum seekers are being housed. And that's it. This matter has been ongoing for a fairly long time. You know, the previous government tried to assuage the feelings of its population by even getting a badge where it was hosting asylum. It's a major issue. Migration is a major political issue and has been a matter of grave concern. And of course, extremists have taken advantage. And in the light of the frustration with the whole economic situation, you have these protests which have tended to turn very unruly and aggressive. I believe that's what I can say.
Right. Now,
but generally, the UK is a peaceful country, very diverse, very inclusive, and I think that it's one of the most diversified and inclusive societies in Europe.
How widespread have these riots and protests been?
It's quite widespread from the north to the Midlands to London. It's quite widespread. It's quite widespread. I mean, Liverpool, Hull, Bristol, it's quite widespread. So it's as if it's being organized. There's a network that is organizing it. That's why the British government has taken very serious note of it, and the Cobra committee headed by the Prime Minister himself has been meeting periodically. Met last night and issued a stern warning to those who intend to demonstrate that if they fall foul of the law, the full force of the law will be made, will be visited on them.
Right. What official communication, if any, has come from the British government to the diplomatic community, including your own mission?
No, we've had no official communication from the British government to the diplomatic community. It's not as if it's a major threat to immigrants or non-British. It's really an internal security problem for the UK government. That's what it is. Yes.
If immigrants are being asked to stay indoors after 6 p.m., surely that is a rather serious threat.
We have advised, at least we, the British, the Ghana High Commission, through the leadership of the union, we've advised them not to be outdoors in the evenings, because the evenings are normally when these protests take place. And you never know. You could become a victim of circumstances. All right? Yes. Especially when it is supposed to be a demonstration against immigrants who have fallen foul of the law. That's really. So it's just a precautionary advice.
So what's the protocol if a Ghanaian finds themselves in any sort of danger? How do they?
Well, they will have to contact the High Commission, and it's something that is on our website. And depending on the situation, we may send out an advisory. We have not done so as of now. We are monitoring the situation. And if we consider the situation